G'day, it's Mark and welcome back to the channel. And in this episode, just a bit of an update, just doing a bit of work and testing out the lights and sirens and things on my 2005 Ford Crown Victoria police car that I bought from Randy at Auto Auction Rebuilds. Check out his channel if you haven't already. He's always updating it every day, so there's a lot of good content on there. And anyway, I just wanted to test out all the sirens and lights and things. Randy disconnected that for the shipping component, and I'll reconnect it, but obviously if I drive it on any public roads, it's going to be disconnected. But anyway, let's check it out. Okay, I've got the Dodge Charger here, which is sort of used as a bench at the moment. The LTD, which is still an ongoing project. Got the Landau here as well from the UK, but I wanted to reconnect the electronics on the Crown Vic, which is in there, so I've got to reconnect that up. It's a fairly straightforward process. That red cable there, I've just got to reconnect that. Also in the back here, you can see, I may have showed you before, there's the missing air filter that, for whatever reason, wasn't in the car. I actually just bought another one, and in fact, here's me fitting the new one because I didn't realise this one was here. So I bought two air filters for the Crown Vic. One is a spare. The spare one I just write on the box, so I remember what it is. And I also bought one for the little Buick Skylark. $1.30 each, $1.30. I think it was a closeout deal. Can you believe it? $1.30. Unbelievable. What a bargain. Anyway, let's put the Crown Vic one in. So the Crown Vic didn't even have one. Now, I don't know whether that was taken out as part of the cleaning process or not, but there certainly wasn't one in it. I don't think that's very good for the engine not to have an air cleaner element. Get dust and debris and rodents and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm going to just put that in there now. Fairly straightforward. Just put that in there. Hopefully it fits properly. Looks like it does. So something you've got to be careful of when you buy these things. Seems too good to be true. Often it is, but it fits nicely, so that's good. Nice clean air filter. So I'm just going to use a flat-bladed screwdriver that I can just sort of tilt this way so these little tabs can just lock in place, and then it just has a couple of clips to lock it in position. All right, that's back in place. I loosened that, just turn it so it would fit into these tabs, but this is sort of in the way. It's not the best design. I think they could have made this a bit better. But anyway, it wasn't that hard. It's in now, it's got a brand new filter, so that's job done. Oh, not to worry, I mean, this one's used anyway, so it's past its use by date. This Perspex here, there's the broken pieces in here. I'll glue it back on. This is all factory. This was a factory option, as I think I mentioned in another video. If you haven't checked out the first two videos on the Crown Vic, which also includes the 94 Corvette, check those out. But this box here was actually an option, a Ford factory option as part of the police packages. But this Perspex lid has been broken, so I'm going to glue that back. But I probably will just look at replicating that, replace it with some Perspex, and it should be fairly straightforward to replicate it. I also updated the folder as well, which I'll show you. Here's the folder for the car. It's got all the original radar calibration certification in it, and also the Python radar detector. But the plastic's kind of like shrunken a bit, so I've got some new inserts. So I'm going to just replace that as well to make it look a bit neater and tidier. In fact, here's before, and there's after. Before, all wrinkled. After. So that just tidies that up nicely. So getting back to this, I'll take this out and I'll glue this up and fix it. I'm not going to be bothered polishing up the Perspex. I think it's probably a bit OTT. but at least I can glue it, I can fix it. But let's just go and reconnect this. I need to put the actual, I'm going to put some of the elements back in here as well, which I'll do that in a second, but let's just connect this back first. All right, that's connected. So according to what Randy said, should all work again now. I'm just going to now restock this with the correct elements. Okay, there's the wet weather raincoat, which still has a guy's name, Roberts. So if you're from Sonora in California in the police branch, name's Roberts, and that's your raincoat. It's in Australia now. So I'll fold that up. I actually cleaned it all up. It was pretty dirty. So I'll fold that up and put that in the back. So that's nicely folded away. Then we've got the, that's an emergency, like a blanket or a tarp. That was part of the original equipment as well. There's the police do not cross tape. So that's in there as well. In fact, I might put that in the front. Bit easy to reach. That's kind of really cool. And then the folder with all the information. I'm not sure if that should sit. Probably won't sit there. Oh yeah, that'll work. There you have it. I'm sure there's other bits and pieces, flares and things like that. I can actually find out what else was meant to be in there and put that in as well. There's actually a lead for the computer. I might put that in there, the computer that sits in the car. So that's the lead for the computer that Randy bought. It was great that he was able to get those off eBay, the original computers, because for whatever reason they were taken out before he received delivery. So he went and bought them on eBay, which is terrific. And these are just some bits and pieces, battery covers and things like that. I'll actually refit those to the car. I think that's a fuse cover. I'll refit those, but just want to work out exactly where they go first. They'll end up in the engine bay, I'd suggest. All right, so I've just glued that, but, I'll clean it up. But I think I'll just get another piece cut, but just it's better than what it was before. Okay, so I'm going to let's start it up. See what we get out of it. Okay, so we're going to. I can see the light. See the lights are already flashing. It's on auto choke, so just let it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Testing 1, 2, 3. That works. We got, let's see, if we go down here, we've got, that works. Don't know what that does. Cool. Radio. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to put the sirens on. That's flashing. Cool. See what that looks like. Pretty cool. Got the strobes, which may not come out on the camera, I'm not sure. Flashing. The strobe's not working on this one, that's got to be fixed. Strobe's working on that. These lights you can change, you can have rear only, front only, or you can also have directional, so it sort of tells someone to move to the right or to the left. And then you've got the, cool. Pretty cool. That whining noise, I think that disappeared after a while when Randy test drove the car. Obviously a bearing, I think, is out. Yeah, I think a bearing's out in one of the pulleys, something like that. Very cool. Anyway, just wanted to try everything out and make sure it all works, which it does. Very cool. That's the computer. It's not connected at the moment, but it does work. So, that's off. Always like these sort of, you hear that in New York a lot, with the fire engines as well. Anyway, cool stuff. Oh, I should turn this on, shouldn't I? Let's see. Oh, maybe this is... Python, let's see. Power. I know it does work. Maybe I'm missing something in terms of turning it on. I'm not sure what that is. We've also got... You've got handcuffs. You've also got the shotgun holder as well. Then you've got the police light for writing tickets. Yeah, it's cool. Let me work out how to turn this on. I don't know if there's a... Not sure exactly. I'm pretty sure Randy just pressed the on-off button and it just came on, but I might be missing something. Because it lights up, it says Python 3. Yeah, I'm not sort of getting anything at the moment. I would have thought, test? No. I think power would have been the most logical. I'll have to work that out. Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode on the 2005 Ford Crown Victoria police car. Really cool. I've always loved police cars since I was a kid. I used to watch Adam 12 and I always loved cop shows. I always thought they were pretty cool. I've got this Charger police car here as well, and I've got a few others. I've got a 86 Mustang SSP. I've got my 92 Caprice. I've got a Plymouth Fury as well. And I've also got my AU 1 Forte 5-litre V8 police car. So I've got quite a few police cars. I must have my own police station or squad. But I hope you enjoyed the episode. And if you did, please do give it a thumbs up. And hit the hype button as well. That really helps the channel. Doesn't cost a cent. And also, please make sure you are subscribed. Hit the bell notification as well, because some people have been saying they're subscribed, but they're not getting notified of new episodes. So make sure you do hit that bell notification as well as subscribing. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.